Yo, what's up, everyone? You are watching or listening to the Tetsudo Mokei Podcast. I'm your host, Kennedy, and this podcast is for train enthusiasts, especially for Japanese train enthusiasts, especially those who collect the models, the Plarail, the die-cast metal, trains, you name it. So, for today's subject, we're going to talk about TOMIX and their upcoming release for their Class C57, which is a Type 462 steam locomotive built in Japan from 1937 to 1947. And this one is getting a release, a model edition, the JNR C57 steam locomotive number 135. As you can see right here, this is a high grade reproduction of the number 135 locomotive train that pulled the Mororan mainline train 225 on December 14th, 1975. This model also houses the motor with a flywheel inside the boiler and has been designed and manufactured to be as close to fine scale as possible. And right here, you can see the price. It's going to be about 20,680. So that's about 175 or so US dollars. This one right here, the model comes with a Goodbye SL. This right here, the head mark, uh, that was attached when it pulled the Mororan mainline train in 225 on December 14th, 1975. And the ribs have been added to the back of the differential. Look at that, that's really nice. The photo also shows a dummy coupler attached, but Arnold couplers and TN couplers for multiple unit operation are available separately as replacements. And the front deck handrail, release lever, and number plate C57 135 in black and red are included as separate parts. So right here, you can see the cab light. The cab light window can be opened and closed. The photo shows it in an open position right now. And the cab window has been newly produced to recreate the open position as it will appear in operation. Right here, the design reproduces the appearance of the white line on the running board. And the red color of the rod is only on the main rod. And right here, the headlight of the tender are illuminated. The indicator lights are integrated and the lenses are attached as separate parts. The parts of the additional coal frame, look at that. That is really nice. Which can reproduce equipment from when it was in service, are reproduced by newly manufactured runner parts. The release lever is attached as a separate part, like the locomotive side, in addition to the replacement automatic TN coupler to be used in place of the Arnold coupler shown in the photo. An ATS on board unit to be attached between the bogies is also included. Photos, of course, are the prototypes, and they'll probably be different from the final product. So, yeah, the coal here looks freaking awesome, but it may change in the final production. But you will have the Muroran Mainline 225 train, the Goodbye Sayonara steam locomotive SL set. This model's reproduction of Train 225, the last steam locomotive hauled passenger train of the Japanese National Railways. And let's see here. New reproduction of the OHA 35714, which has a steel roof with tapered ends, known as a squeeze roof. Only the OHA 35714 is painted blue, while the others are painted brown. The OHA 62 will have a newly produced wooden door on the conductor side and a large window. Double glazed passenger windows on all cars will be reproduced by printing, but you can see it all right there. Again, these are just the prototypes for now. Look at that. Look how many windows there are. This is the Suha 32836, but that is really cool. And you got the Suha 32847. And yeah, that is really awesome. Look at that detail, man. That is really beautiful for a train right there. So when you click on this, this is the actual car. This is the actual uh, C57 number 135 right here. From 1975, I believe. Look at these photos. Oh, this is way before then, man. Look at that. So, Japan's first railway opened between Shimbashi and Yokohama on October 14th, 1872. That's Meiji Era 5 right there. And trains were pulled by steam locomotives imported from England. For a while after that, steam locomotives were imported from Europe and the United States, but after trials from the mid-Meiji period, full-scale domestic production of the 9600 series was realized in the Taisho period. Before the war, electric and diesel-powered vehicles were limited to a small number, and steam locomotives reigned as the stars, and their performance continued to improve with technological advances. So right after World War II, the number of steam locomotives of the Japanese National Railways, back then known as the Ministry of Transport's Railway Bureau, peaked with about 6,000 in service. Shortly after that, in 1948, new production of steam locomotives ended, and from then on, they were gradually replaced by electric and diesel-powered vehicles. Incidentally, the Japanese National Railways was launched in June 1949. So, in 1959, a power modernization plan was drawn up with the specific goal of replacing all steam locomotives by 1975. The replacement of steam locomotives was carried out according to the circumstances of each region, with priority being given to trunk lines and urban areas. Shikoku became a model region for the introduction of diesel vehicles, and steam locomotives operations ended in March 1970. The last steam locomotives in operation in Honshu were in January 1975 and in Kyushu in March of the same year, leaving only Hokkaido as the only active steam locomotive. As of March 1975, there were active steam locomotives stationed in 11 locomotive depots in the northern, eastern, and central areas of Hokkaido, but the number of steam locomotives there decreased due to the addition of diesel locomotives in preparation for the completion of the power modernization plan. So, look at this photo right here. That is absolutely beautiful. But this is the C57 135. Was moved from Kanto area to Hokkaido. The C57 was one of the most representative passenger steam locomotives, with 201 units completed between 1937, that's in Showa 12, and 1947, Showa 22. The modern and smart exterior style with its large box wheels with a diameter of 1750 millimeters and thin boiler is popular among fans and is also nicknamed the Noble Lady. In addition, the design was changed during the process of adding more locomotives, and they are classified into first type to fourth type. The number 135 locomotive, which was used to pull the Goodbye SL on the Muraran main line, was completed at Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Kobe Shipyard in 1940 and belongs to the first type. It was first assigned for the Takasaki Locomotive Depot in Kanto and operated on Takasaki Line. And in 1952, it was transferred to the Otaru Chikko Locomotive Depot in Hokkaido. There is responsible for passenger trains on the Hakodate Main Line and the Nemuro Main Line. In October 1968, it was transferred to Muraran Locomotive Depot, and the following year to Iwamizawa, number 1 locomotive depot. So, looking right here, this is the final run, the final farewell for the number 135. That was in autumn of 1975. So passengers trains were mainly being pulled by C57s with some D51s, and freight trains being pulled by D51s. However, DD51 diesel locomotives were added, and by December, the only steam locomotives left on this line were the D51s for freight trains. Regular passenger service of steam locomotives had disappeared from the JNR lines, but to commemorate the retirement of steam locomotives from the Muraran main line, a passenger train from train Sayonara SL was operated on December 14th. This train was not a special train, but a regular 225 train departing Muraran at 7:50 and arriving in Iwamizawa at 11:42, covering a distance of 140.8 kilometers. Before being replaced by the DD51 and the train was hauled by a D51, This was a memorable final run. The C57, which is popular among fans and is used for passenger trains, was put at the front. You can see that picture right there of that C57 135. It was taken out of service and it was sent to Iwamizawa to Muro on December 13th, the day before the Goodbye SL train was towed. On that occasion, as a service to fans, it was coupled to the front of the afternoon passenger train towed by DD51. For its final big day, 135 was polished and had a beautiful white line drawn on the running board. After arriving at Muroran, it was parked at its former location, Muroran Locomotive Depot, until the next morning when a Goodbye SL headmark was attached to the front deck. So that is pretty cool. Hell, it was even shown on television from morning to night. Every news program showed the image of the C57 135 locomotive sprinting, announcing the end of the steam locomotive. And this one right here. The snow stopped falling while the Goodbye SL train was running, and the bright sunshine shone, fitting for the finale of 103 years of steam locomotive service since the opening of the railway. The train was welcomed by many people as final destination. Currently, the C57 135 found a peaceful home in Omiya. A place it's passed through many times on the Takasaki line during its early days as locomotive depot. So that is pretty cool. But yeah, it's going to be a really cool train set. I think if anything, I mean, there's a lot of wonderful highlights, but I think for nostalgia's sake, anytime you see a steam locomotive being sold by TOMIX, it's always something special because you don't get them that much. And let's see here, that's the one we were looking at earlier, but I'm just look at it, it's absolutely beautiful. That's just wonderful right there. So yeah, that is a train that definitely to keep your eye on. It's coming out from TOMIX. Let's see here. Is there a release date on this? Let me check real quick. Okay, here's the product page. So December 2025. That's when you can expect this train to come out. But yeah, pretty awesome, don't you think? Okay, on to the next news. Okay, next on the list, Nintendo Switch, Railway Nippon from Sonic Powered. They are going to be releasing the next Real Pro game, or train sim, the Tokyo Kanagawa Tokyo Corporation Edition. This one's going to be released on August. Let's see here, August 21st. It will be about 7,800 yen, which is about what, $55, $54 US. Only announced for Japanese release. They're just only releasing Real Pro in Japan, but again, you can purchase it if you live outside of Japan and if you have access to a site such as Play Asia to buy Japanese Nintendo points, and then you can order it if you have a Japanese Nintendo store profile and also a secondary profile on your Switch. So people wonder how I do this. So the thing is that, if you purchase from multiple countries, you definitely want to have them separate. So create a profile if you have a U.S. Nintendo Switch. That would be for you create a profile just for that, and then you create a profile with if you were ordering Japanese games strictly for Japan, another profile. And if you see my gaming profiles, you'll see Kennedy. I have in English and Kennedy in Japanese, in katakana. And the thing is that, yeah, it's not that hard to have two profiles. And it's not that hard to get Japanese point cards. Again, Play Asia gets it. And then you just pretty much use the points to purchase your games. Very easy to do. Very easy. So anyone from outside of Japan can easily purchase Japanese games. Just note that not all games have English, but I think that for train sim games, you really don't have to worry so much. They're easy to figure out. The train sim games are easy to figure out. unless you really need. I mean, it's not like there's going to be a lot of English utilized. And also, if you do have some Japanese that you don't understand, for some of you, you can get your phone out and just go to Google Translate and just have your phone there to just easily translate. There's not a lot of Japanese, right? So if anything, all you have just to remember is just remember the controls, which um, you know it's not the most difficult thing to learn. Trust me. I think you could all figure it out. Give it a few playthroughs and you got it. Of course, certain trains are harder than others. One thing you'll learn from Sonic powered games is like, well, this happens to a lot of other games, even the JRE train games. When you play with an older train versus something newer, and you can see how smooth things stop and how certain older trains really are not that easy to stop, and you can go over. So you just have to compensate. But those things, again, um, it's not that very difficult once you get into the hang of the game. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the first trailer. This is from Sonic Powered 4, the Railway Nippon Real Pro no Tokyo Kanagawa Tokyo Corporation, sorry, edition. Wow, there's a lot of tracks. That keep you busy. Awesome. Wow, various different trains as well. Minato Mirai. Nice. Okay, professional bonuses. Okay. Right there. Can you stop right on it? Oh, wow. You got to be a pro to do something like that. Only if one time I think I came close. Well, no, I actually did get in right in the center. I've been lucky a few times, but that's all by luck. Oh, the Zawiki Mascon. So you're able to use that. That's pretty cool. Oh, nice. Knight. Nice. And let's go ahead. Let's see if we can get to it real quick here. Um, Sonic Powered is saying that their videos have improved with the latest game. And of course, adding this night one is also pretty cool. So let's check it out. Oh, the sounds too. Very nice. Oh. Whoa. Nice. Oh, this is what we many of us wanted. A really good night scene. Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's going to be so awesome. Oh my gosh, this is what we want to see. Some night scenes. Awesome. Oh, can you stop right there? Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, and got it. Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. And looking at the website, you'll still have the opportunities to get the real pro S level. And here, I think I think that to have the night scenes, especially at Minato Mirai, which is a cool place to be at um, in um, in Yokohama. I think that's going to be very cool. I just love the fact that they included this. So Tokyo Corporation has developed, along with the stations, towns, and railway lines. You can enjoy a variety of scenery from the driver's seat as you race through the capital of Tokyo. Elevated stations, underground stations, and long underground tunnels. Nature that gives you a sense of the suburbs and skyscrapers towering over the city center. You can also drive at night on the Tokyo line to Shibuya, including the Yokohama Minato Mirai line. I thought that's freaking awesome. This is very awesome, I swear. But yeah, you can play with the Zuiki Mascon, that a dedicated one handle, I guess you could say, controller for the Nintendo Switch. And yeah, you can look at these challenges right here, man. Local trains, express upbound, limited express upbound. That is so awesome. And also, they added the Just Challenge. In the Tokyo Railways edition, you can enjoy a game where you focus on stopping positions and aim to stop exactly within plus or minus 0 centimeters. Oh, that is so hard, man. But yeah, I am looking forward to this game. This is gonna be freaking awesome, man. Sonic powered. You just always have to be excited when they release stuff. It's just awesome. Oh yeah, you could if you pre-reserve from various stores, you can, like, for instance, this one right here. If you pre-reserve from Big Camera, you get this original A5 clear file, Yodobashi camera, Rakuten books. You have the Oh no, this is Big Camera right here. This is Yodobashi. This is Joshin. I mean Rakuten books. This one right here is Amazon, and then you got Geo, and you have the Joshin Electric, Joshin Densha, or Joshin Denki. Okay, it's gonna be awesome, man. That's all I could say. Awesome.